Hello and welcome to Sports News Africa, the home of Africa's sporting conversation. Let's take a look at the headlines. Morocco insists the AFCON tournament be pushed by a year to prevent a further outbreak of Ebola. Gor Mahia have claimed their 14th title win in the Kenyan Premier League. And an Ethiopian rider wins the Cameroon Grand Prix cycling tour. Thank you for watching Sports News Africa. I'm Angela Agor. Hosts Morocco have demanded that the Africa Cup of Nations be postponed for a year because of the widening Ebola epidemic. But a government statement did not answer a Confederation of African Football ultimatum calling on Morocco to publicly state whether it would host the tournament from January the 17th to February the 8th. Morocco had already called on CAF to push back the tournament to June next year or 2016, but African football bosses had refused to change the dates. The ball is now firmly back in CAF's court, with the federation due to meet tomorrow in Cairo to decide the fate of the competition. We can now speak to Emmanuel Maradas, who is an African football expert. Mr. Maradas, what exactly are the Moroccans saying to CAF in this latest twist to the story?
Well, the Moroccans are telling CAF that the competition is so important for both sides because CAF is sticking in the idea of hosting the competition next January, February, and the Moroccans are saying they cannot host it in the date demanded by CAF because of the current situation in West Africa, the Ebola crisis. So what they are requesting is to allow them to host the competition probably at the middle of next year, June probably, or report it completely, reschedule it for the 2016 in January 2016. So the ball is more or less in the court of CAF rather than the Moroccans who are waiting to see what will happen tomorrow in Cairo.
So, okay, what are CAF's options now?
Well, is the cas de force majeure. You know, when you face a situation in cas de force majeure, you have to find a solution where people can work together towards the success of a big event like the African Cup of Nations. The Ebola crisis is a reality on the African continent. The competition is becoming bigger and bigger for CAF. And the Moroccans, on the other hand, for the health situation of their populations, they have to wage the chances of Ebola not occur during the competition in the country. So it's 50-50 for both sides. Now is matter of thinking properly, and it is a situation where I can say is a situation of cas de force majeure. And when we face situation in cas de force majeure, you have to come up with a solution where the both sides will be happy. Is CAF is going to take the competition from the Moroccans and give it to another African country? Another African country is difficult for the time being.
Realistically, could any country host in the 2 months remaining between now and the proposed day of the opening match in January?
2 months is a very, very short period. There is some African countries who can host it, but can they realistically put their neck there and say, listen, we have to host this competition? This event is a big event. It is 3 events on the African continent, and 2 months, in my opinion, is too short for any of the African countries, name it South Africa or Nigeria or the others who can, in 2 months, realistically host these big events. The best option is, for example, to say, to rethink the format of the African Nations Cup, to rethink the scheduling of the African Cup of Nations. The outside world are banging on CAF, telling CAF that they should comply with the global world, which organize their competition every summertime. Can we take this chance and then host the competition in summer, which means in June? It could be a probability. It could be the chance for us, to comply with the outside world, with the global world, where the Asians are hosting their competition in June. The CONCACAF are hosting their competition in June. The Common Bowl is hosting their competition in June. And the Europeans are hosting their competition in June. And why not us follow the tram of all these confederations and then host our competition in June?
How do you think CAF have handled this affair?
Well, you know, the CAF is taking this situation very seriously. The Moroccans as well, we cannot exclude them. And, you know, the both parties are thinking seriously on the way forward in this situation. But in the middle, you have this Ebola crisis. So we have to be careful. You know, the Morocco is one of the bigger players in Africa. And is where Isaiah to start his journey as a CAF president, and we have to think carefully before coming out with the situation where we'll put Africa into a difficult position in the time where we need all the African boys and girls, all the African fans, and everybody together. I mean, to make sure that our competition are advantage competitions.
And finally, in your opinion, what will the outcome of the announcement be?
Well, it's very difficult to think ahead of what will happen tomorrow in Cairo. What I will think is, you know, the CAF Executive Committee members are very intelligent people. They took the African issues at heart. They think positively before taking a decision, and you know, Isaiatu is somebody who is doing hard for us in Africa. And I'm sure they will think positively and come out with something very positive tomorrow. As I said, I mean, you know, is the future of the event or at stake. There is the health of the African continent who is at stake as well. And we have to, CAF, especially the executive committee members, have to think carefully and then come out with a solution where everybody can buy it.
Emmanuel Morades, thank you for speaking to Sports News Africa. Manchester City's Yaya Toure is one of 25 candidates in the running to be crowned African Player of the Year, the Confederation of African Football announced. Toure has won the past 3 awards in a list that also features his Ivory Coast teammate Gervinho of Roma. But Cameroon's 4-time winner Samuel Eto'o, nor double winner Didier Drogba of Chelsea have made the shortlist. Algeria, who reached the World Cup second round for the first time in Brazil in July, have the most candidates with 4 players. Nigerian goalkeeper Vincent Enyema of Lille is the only League One player nominated. The winner will be announced on January the 8th in Lagos. CAF has also come out with another list for African Player of the Year, this time for players based only in Africa. Orlando Pirates' late captain, Senzo Mewa, is one of the 20 candidates nominated for the award. And the Orlando Pirates are already missing his presence between the posts. They lost a South African League Cup semi-final this weekend when they played for the first time since goalkeeper and captain Senzo Mewa's death. SuperSport United triumphed 2-0 at the Orlando Stadium. Welcome back to Sports News Africa. Gor Mahia of Kenya retained the league title with a win against Ushuru. Gor Mahia triumphed despite losing a sponsor and being heavily fined by the Kenyan Revenue Authority. The result heralded wild celebrations from their fans as Gor Mahia confirmed themselves as the Premier League Cup in Kenya.
After a tough Kenya Premier League season, which was nearly marred by violence and rioting by fans, Gor Mahia Football Club finally emerged winners of the season after beating Kenya Revenue Authority in a final match played in the lakeside city of Kisumu on Sunday. However, the decider match was played in the capital Nairobi between Sofapaka Football Club and Tusker Football Club. A Sofapaka resounding victory against Tusker would have shattered Gor Mahia's dreams. Gor Mahia fans who could not accompany their team to Western Kenya remained in the city to support Tusker and were banking on their victory. Tusker FC and Sofapaka drew 2-2 in the match, to the delight of Gor Mahia fans like Jeff Odhiambo, who said the match was a perfect finish to the league.
The game was very satisfying. We came here to look for a draw or a win for Tusker, and I'm happy we got it. Yeah, we made Gor Mahia to be the champions. Yeah.
And as many Gor Mahia fans do, he bragged that his team's victory was been inevitable.
We pretended it was something which was inevitable. We knew we were on our way to be champions. It was not something just coming by chance. We knew we were going to be the champions. Yeah.
Odhiambo said he would like to see the club playing at the Africa Champions League next year.
Well, as a fan now, we are looking forward to support Gor next year in the African Champions League, and we hope this time we are going to do a better performance than other past years.
Sofapaka fan Paul Joroge, whose team finished the league in second place, said the Kenyan Premier League has shown a great level of maturity.
Okay, about the Kenyan Premier League, I can say it's growing because I can see Sofapaka now and other small teams like Tusker, we are gaining more and more fans. So I can say we are making a step ahead. Yeah.
Gor Mahia will represent Kenya at the Africa Champions League next year.
On Friday, we brought you up to speed with the 14th edition of the Chantal Biya Grand Prix from Cameroon. The tour concluded with the hosts happy about the organisation of the event, though eventual winner Mexep Debesay from Eritrea perhaps soured things by denying fans a Cameroonian winner.
Eritrea's Mexep Debesay is the overall winner of this year's 14th Grand Prix Chantal Biya International Cycling Race held in Yaoundé, Cameroon. Debesay won the yellow jersey after leading in the fourth and final stage of the race, ahead of Moroccan national Essiada Belouche, who came in second, and Cameroonian Damien Teku of SNH Club, who came in third. The first-time winner said it was the last few kilometers of the race that made a difference for him.
Today I try so much my best. As finally 20 kilometers to go to finish. I try the best of my attack. So finally I won the stage and all of yellow jersey.
Debesay added that the win in Cameroon will help him accumulate points for the African Tour circuit.
Yeah, our goal is just to, special for me, to increase my points to lead the African Tour. Yeah, we shoot our target today.
Organisers of the race say despite several setbacks that caused the race to start later than the usual date, the 14th edition was a success.
We did well all day. We would have wished a Cameroonian victory, but it was a great experience in the end. They did a great job.
Cameroon's Minister of Youth and Sports, Adoum Garoua, said the event had put Cameroon on the world map and was already looking forward to next year's race.
I would like to personally congratulate the winners of these races. I would also like to thank the delegations that came here. I take the opportunity to invite them to next year's 15th edition, and all these delegations will always be welcome at our big competitions, notably the Chantal Biya International Grand Prix and the Tour du Cameroon.
The race started 2 weeks late following the death of Cameroon Cycling Federation President Mustapha Dogo late last month, and Cameroon's First Lady's kin, who were all honored at the race.
With With so much attention on Morocco and CAF, it might be easy to think there are no other major gathering sporting events planned for the continent next year. However, with the Africa Junior Athletics Championships scheduled for Addis Ababa in 2015, preparations by the Ethiopian Athletics Federation have reached a crucial stage, with a focus on readying coaches, judges and officials.
As part of its preparations for the upcoming Africa Junior Athletics Championships in Addis Ababa in January 2015, the Ethiopian Athletics Federation has for the last 10 days been training 90 referees and coaches from across the country's 8 regions. The training, sponsored by the International Association of Athletics Federation, IAAF, saw all 90 participants receive IAAF official certification. Yilma Berta, an official from the Ethiopian Athletics Federation and lead trainer, said the rigorous course had come at an appropriate time.
These trainees, they are qualified in first level judging. And so now this time just they are taking second course. And for them, and it is a little bit, they have a grade, and the purpose is the coming 2-3 months, and we have here Junior Championship, African Junior Championship held here in Addis Ababa. And the judges and the referees and all of them, they are working with this competition.
Firituna Kasaye was among the coaches who received the Level B certificates and said the training was very beneficial.
We took the training for 10 consecutive days. For me, it is the first in its kind, and receiving second-level training. We had a lot of shortcomings before. Now I think I'm fit in coaching or even judging any athletics competition. It is based on the international standards.
Asefa Bekele, Ethiopia Athletics Federation athletics expert, hopes the skills gained by the coaches and referees will be trickled down to other coaches and athletes in their respective regions. One of the objectives of this training is primarily to enable these graduates to coach, judge and lead competitions according to the international standards. Secondly, the objective is to train referees and coaches from the regions who can lead competitions. I believe the trainers do not have to come to all these regions to judge competitions anymore, because we have trained enough trainers who can go and train others in their respective regions. Ethiopia is a serious contender in international athletics, rivaling its neighbor Kenya, and is readying to turn tables in the upcoming Junior Athletics Championships next year.
Nigeria will host 5-time world champions Brazil in a high-profile friendly on March the 29th at a new provincial stadium that was opened on Friday, officials said. Nigeria hosted Brazil in 2003 in Abuja, where the World Cup holders won 3-0. The new 30,000 capacity stadium will, on Wednesday, be used for reigning champions Nigeria's final 2015 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying match against South Africa. And here is a look at all the results from the weekend. And that's the end of Sports News Africa for today. Join us again tomorrow when we bring you all the latest from Africa and around the world. Bye for now.